I'm coming with a heart of worship. I'm bringing in a brand new song. I'm ready to see the unthinkable. I'm ready for a miracle. Hearts praying for a fresh encounter. Souls looking to the living God. I'm ready for real revival. Oh, Holy Spirit, come like a flood, like a fire. Holy Spirit, fall in this place. Fill our hearts. Holy Spirit, come like a flood, like a fire. Holy Spirit, come. Oh, Holy Spirit, come. We're on the edge of a new beginning. God, we know you have so much more. We're looking to a new horizon. We're praying for your rain to pour. An overflowing of true redemption. An overflowing of your kingdom. We're ready for a real revival. Oh, Holy Spirit, come like a flood, like a fire. Holy Spirit, fall in this place. Fill our hearts. Holy Spirit, come like a flood, like a fire. Holy Spirit, come. Oh, Holy Spirit, come. Oh, can you feel it? Heaven is reaching. Oh, can you hear it? Our God is speaking. Oh, can you see it? He's got your healing. Oh, just receive it. Receive the freedom, yeah. Oh, can you feel it? Heaven is reaching. Oh, can you hear it? Our God is speaking. Oh, can you see it? He's got your healing. Oh, just receive it. Receive the freedom. Come like a flood, like a fire. Holy Spirit, fall in this place. Fill our hearts. Holy Spirit, come like a flood, like a fire. Holy Spirit, come. Oh, Holy Spirit, come. Oh, come, Lord.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us. Man, this is so cool. Like, I think we're located on 2 continents right now, which is amazing. So thanks for jumping in with us.
Woo!
Awesome.
Woo!
Thanks for having us.
Well, man, Patrick, maybe I'll start with you. I love this song, man, for so many reasons. You know, in the church right now, there's just a real hunger and a real desire for the Lord, and maybe even, you know, for the things of God that are a little bit deeper than, you know, what we were experiencing even a couple of years ago. There seems to be a real desire to go to that deeper level with God, and this song is really a cry for that. But talk about this song, Holy Spirit Come, and just how you guys got together to write it. What were the thoughts behind writing it?
Yeah. Well, the same. I love this song so much. I was thrilled the way it all came about and the energy behind it. It was really fun because Bede and I had actually been writing a lot, and it was Nick and I. it was our first time writing together. And it was fun because Nick being in London, the church that I'm a part of got really involved in a ministry that kind of came out of a church, Holy Trinity Brompton in London, and really got involved in this ministry. And they had this prayer. It was just a simple prayer that was just "Come, Holy Spirit," and just this kind of reliance on, whatever we've planned will fail if the Holy Spirit doesn't show up. And I had really loved that freedom and that trust of literally just kind of praying a prayer before services, praying a prayer before, things that my family was walking through, just that simple prayer of "Come, Holy Spirit," and the posture that it kind of led us to. And so I had this idea, we were getting together to write, and I had this idea of like, guys, what if we wrote a song that was a song that kind of helped our churches get in a posture of what if the Holy Spirit really showed up? And, I totally am a believer that, the Holy Spirit dwells within all of us. But if you're anything like me, I forget that a lot. And I forget, I'll show up to church, to a worship service that I'm leading, or I show up to dinner with my family, or I show up to a hard conversation with a friend, and I forget that the Holy Spirit is dwelling within me and that the Holy Spirit wants to intercede on my behalf. And I forget that kind of Holy Spirit power that we all have access to. So that was really where the heart of the song came from, of like, what if we wrote a song that was like, it could be like a song you open the morning with, and it's a song that simply is just like, oh yeah, you're right. That Holy Spirit power that brings healing, that brings deliverance, that brings freedom that we all have access to. What if we all remembered and we reminded ourselves and our awareness that really the Holy Spirit is here in this place? And so it's just a cry, and it's a fun up-tempo song with a really cool drum pattern that Beat and I meticulously worked out one day. But yeah, that's a little bit of the heart of the song and where it began, and it was such a thrill working it out with Beat and Nick.
And Nick, I feel like that Holy Spirit come theme. I know I've been to a lot of worship events in the UK and in a lot of church services as well over there. But there seems to be a real awareness and a reliance on the Holy Spirit in those gatherings. Talk a little bit about maybe a little bit of the culture there, how this theme really seems to be prevalent in a lot of gatherings in the UK.
Hey, yeah, I mean, asking the Holy Spirit to come has just been so central in our times of worship. It's part of our DNA, where you can create, you can plan something and create a set list, but really you just want the breath of God to come upon it. And that means at any moment, any instance, just, Lord, would you come and intervene? Because all we want in our times of worship is Spirit-led worship, moments that are led by you. And we've seen that a lot. We try and create a lot of space in our times of worship for spontaneous songs as well, where, a song like this, Holy Spirit Come, would be a brilliant springboard into those moments where you can sing that song, ask the Spirit of God to come, and then wait and see if a new song comes after it. And that's really been a special moment for us in our times of worship. We have these gatherings called Kingdom Come, where we do a lot of that. We just wait on God and say, Lord, would you inspire a brand new song today? And I guess the themes of this song really carry that heartbeat. What I love about writing with the guys and particularly thinking about this song was the fact that it takes that idea of a gentle prayer, of something the church has prayed for years and years and years, an ancient prayer. But it just says, come on, we are crying out for more. And just with the music as well, it just embodies that moment of not just being sleepy around the Holy Spirit, but saying, you know what, we are desperate for more. And that's been our heartbeat over here. And I'm sure it is for you guys as well.
Wow, Nick, that's so good. I agree. I think the energy in this song and it isn't like a meek, crying out or a prayer. This feels like it's really just a declarative statement that, like, obviously this is like a song one in a worship set, where we're basically saying, like, we're not going to go any further, God, before, we know that your presence is here, and that that we're in step with what you're speaking, what you're saying in this service. It really does feel like it's a cry and a declaration at the same time.
Yeah. I love so much how the verses just set the stage for the, like, I'm coming with a heart of worship, or a brand new song. Like, just that lean in, the, like, right from the top, it's like we're setting the stage for the Holy Spirit to, like, do his thing. So I think there's something just so beautiful about that song one coming in and just saying, do what you do. And we're just so open, so receptive. I'm a massive fan. I love it.
Yeah, the first time I led it at my church, I actually set it up with, it was right around when all the Olympics were going on, and I set it up as like, this song is like us getting in our stance before we're about to like take off and do our Olympic event. Like, this is helping us get in a posture of readiness and expectancy for what God might do in our services right there in that moment. So it was kind of it was our posture song.
That's so cool.
That is amazing. Such a good thought. Well, guys, thank you so much for sharing the song. It feels like it's really timely with what God's doing right now around the world in the church. And so, man, what a great anthem. So thank you for sharing it with us.
Man, thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Cheers.
Like a flood,